what happens when Hollywood's golden girl decides she's done playing nice. One moment Margot Robbie was promoting her film, seconds later, she stood up, stared down Jimmy Kimmel, and ignited a cultural firestorm that exposed the dark side of late-night television. What really pushed her to walk off live TV, and why is everyone in Hollywood afraid to talk about it? The lights dimmed, the cameras rolled, and the studio audience roared in anticipation. Hollywood's darling, Margot Robbie, had arrived on Jimmy Kimmel Live, but what no one in that audience could predict, what no producer dared to imagine, was that within 30 minutes, the entire segment would descend into chaos. Margot wouldn't just take a stand, she would walk unapologetically, defiantly, and leave the world watching in stunned silence. This wasn't just another celebrity interview, this was a reckoning. It began like any other promotional appearance. Margot, radiant and composed, took her seat across from Jimmy Kimmel, there to discuss her newest film, a deeply emotional, high-stakes drama already generating Oscar buzz. Her entrance was met with thunderous applause. To the public, it seemed like a celebration, but backstage, something darker simmered. Production staff whispered about Kimmel's mood. "He's not himself today," a crew member later confided, agitated, snapping at interns, rewriting the segment at the last minute. Red flags were flying, but no one dared intervene. The cameras were live. The show had to go on. At first, the interview followed the script, questions about Margot's character, her preparation process, the emotional toll of her role. She responded with her signature grace and professionalism. But then, the shift happened. Kimmel leaned forward, smirking. "So, Margot," he said, voice oozing with insinuation, "there've been some interesting rumors making the rounds lately." The tension in the room was immediate. Her smile faltered, just for a beat. "Well, Jimmy," she replied calmly, "rumors come with the territory, but I'd prefer to focus on the work I'm passionate about." A perfect, dignified dodge, but Kimmel wasn't letting go. "Come on," he pushed. "Your co-star." That on-screen chemistry didn't stop off-screen, right? He winked at the audience. The laughter that followed wasn't joy, it was discomfort. The air had thinned. Margot's expression hardened, barely perceptible to the untrained eye, but enough to signal a boundary had just been crossed. Still, she pressed on, redirecting the conversation. "The film explores some deeply personal themes. That's where I'd like to focus." What most viewers didn't know, what came to light after the broadcast, was that Margot's team had explicitly outlined her interview boundaries with Kimmel's producers. Topics like relationships, off-limits, personal life, non-negotiable. And yet, here Kimmel was, trampling right through them. He does this